Someone's requesting a live stream. Let's see where this goes. Yo! Are you there? Oh! Someone left. Too bad. I am all good, thank you guys. Welcome everyone, welcome. I'm just diving into this week's Q&A. I have a few questions which I have on the Facebook community page, which for all of you who didn't know yet, there is a community Facebook page on an artist coaching community page where you can ask me anything you want. And but you can ask me questions in here as well. So if you have a question, feel free to drop it in the comment section. You also can do like this new function on Instagram where you can send me a message and I can see them all. Works pretty well. So yeah, feel free to drop those questions. Let's go to the first questions that I got from on the community page. I am trying to get music signed onto Toolroom Records. My problem is that I do not have a large following on social media or a large fan base. Should I work on building the fan base first or should I focus on getting the music signed? Well, you will start building a fan base when you start releasing your music. So music should be your number one priority. And after that, your social media will start to grow as well. And you can start build a bigger fan base as well. So my first focus would be the music and then start worrying about the social media part of it. But yeah, a label like Toolroom Records will sign your track even when you don't have a big reach, but the music is great. In the end, it's all about the music. And of course, having a big following and having a big social media page works and helps, but music is the first priority. So, second question was from Swap Neil. How do you create a fan base from zero without a record label? Well, without a record label, you build a fan base by releasing and marketing your own music. If you don't have a label to help you, you should do it by yourself. So you should start release your own music through platforms like TuneCore, through DistroKid, through CD Baby, all those online distributors who can distribute your music for like a few euros, a few dollars. It's not that much. But then when it is released, the most important thing comes in because now you have to market it and now you have to make sure people actually find your music. Because just putting it out there is not going to work. You need to make sure that people find your music. There are some ways to tap into a different audience and to reach a bigger audience. One of those ways is getting your music into Spotify playlists, which is a great way to market your music right now. So reaching out to those Spotify playlist owners and make sure that they feature your music into their playlist. You can also go to bloggers, you can go to influencers and get more and more people on board to spread your song. That's a way to market your music and to reach a bigger audience. And when you reach a bigger audience, you will also start to build a fan base. So even without a record label, it is possible. It might be a bit tougher, but it's definitely possible. How did you promote your tracks without a record label? Well, actually been through that one as well. So, how to promote your music through your own label? What distributor would you recommend? I would recommend, like I said, TuneCore, DistroKid, maybe CD Baby. Those are three of the distributors that I like. So maybe there's one that you like as well. Do you think in this era it would be wiser to release one single a week instead of a monthly EP with 4 tracks? That's a great question and really interesting question. I would go with one single every week, and I can give you the answer to it. The reason why is because if you release one track every week, that one track will get more focus and will get more attention every time. So there will be more return of investment in that one song. If you release an EP with 4 tracks, there's only one track that can get focus on it. So the other 3 tracks will just get lost by all the noise of the other track. So in my opinion, that's a bit of a shame, waste of time maybe, depending on what kind of genre you make. assuming you probably make EDM, I would say one single every week. If you do like really deep techno or rock or metal or whatever, then an EP could work, but then you have to have like a great storytelling and a branding system behind it. But for an EDM DJ, in the broadest way of the word, one single a week would be the best way, in my opinion. Let's see if there were some questions on Instagram. Is SoundCloud Pro really needed for producers who want their music get a lot of streaming and fan base? No, not necessarily. No. You know, with SoundCloud, it still works. Like, there are still a lot of people who get their music from SoundCloud, so it's still valuable. I'm not sure what you mean with SoundCloud Pro, because if you mean with Pro that you can upload your music unlimited, then I would definitely do it, because you need to make sure that your music is featured on SoundCloud. But a lot of distributors upload your music to SoundCloud as well, so make sure you check that out. But yeah, it could definitely be useful. You never know who's going to find out your music through those platforms. So, yeah. Another question. I like the idea of sweeping the EPS out and release them individually. The EPs, oh wow. I like the idea of sweeping the EPs out and release them individually. Yeah, that's what I would recommend. Sunjack, why I don't start a record label? Well, I actually do have a record label, and it's not really active anymore. It's actually, we don't release any music anymore. The reason behind it is because I don't have my focus on there. My focus right now is the artist coaching business, and yeah, the label just doesn't. It still exists, but it isn't available anymore. So I have had my label for multiple years. Actually, it's called Dubbed Records. Tell me the best music blog where I might get attention. There's a million of it. You should just look it up. Maybe you could use... What's the name of the website again? I think it's spelled Google. That could work. What do you think about Hyped It? Hyped It, I don't know that much about it, but it looks like a great platform, and it works really well with bootlegs, especially like the system behind it. Like, everyone uploads their bootleg and you can chart up and stuff. That works. And I liked, isn't that the website that also gets the information from the blogs? Because that's pretty interesting as well. That could work as well. So guys, like I said, every week you can send in your questions in the Artist Coaching Community Facebook page. That's where I get the questions from, but also on these live streams every now and then. So thanks for sending in those questions. I hope you got some valuable information out of it. And yeah, I will be back every now and then with another Q&A. Let's see, there's another question coming in on Instagram. Why has your focus turned to artist coaching as opposed to your own music? Well, because I actually was pretty done with touring as an artist, and I was done being an artist overall. If you're interested in the whole story, I just recently released my book about the whole story. There's an audio book of it. It's free. You can find it on YouTube. You can also order the paperback, like the physical product, which I have here actually. I'll show you. But it's free, like the ebook is free and the audiobook is free. And this is the real book. You can order it as well on Amazon. But the other ones are free. This one is about $10, and then the ebook and the audiobook are free. So if you're interested about the whole story, you should look it up and listen to it and read it. Because that's the whole reason why I put it out there. Just to create some awareness around the fact that not every successful artist is happy with the life that he's living. And I wasn't happy, so that's why I decided to quit, actually. So that's why I'm focusing right now on the artist coaching thing. Because I want to help artists out building a professional career on a healthy level and a professional level. So that's what I do now. Guys, thanks again for sending in the questions. I have to go now. I will see you again on Instagram Live or in the community Facebook group. And have a great day, guys. Bye.